Hey, all, Brad here with another completed repair restoration. This is on a Sinistar board set. Dave sent this in. It was the complete board set, including speech and the linear power supply. I did a separate video on this earlier, so I'll go over it with you real quick here. MPU is a Rev D. All the boards are pretty filthy, so they all got stripped down and washed in simple green, soaked, rinsed with RO water, baked dry. And then I repopulate everything. I do all the desoldering ahead of time and pull all the components before I do that. So got a new coin cell battery here, a CR2450. Again, this is about 3 times the capacity of the standard CR2032 that a lot of people run. Got a new tantalum capacitor here, bipolar. This one is for the soft start. This allows the 5 volts on the board to come up and get stable before the CPU comes out of reset mode. And we've got new filter caps here. This is -5, 12, and 5, or 5 and 12 rather. All new square pin Molex headers. We put some new reproduction labels on the video decoders here. One was missing, one was pretty beat up. This board had the CPU on the 6809E. One of the pins, they had some corrosion on the pins, but one of them was really corroded where it was pretty soft feeling. So just as a precautionary measure, I put a new CPU on this board. Someone had replaced both the 40 pin and the 20 pin headers on these boards with the wrong type of connector. So I put the gold plated one here and a 3M NOS connector here that I had. Back to the ROM board, new ribbon cable, new electrolytics, new filter caps. Someone had done previous work. They had the LED display as well as the driver for that socketed. Not sure why, so I got rid of the socket and put it back to factory. We've got new reproduction label on the special chips here, the blitters. And then we did, it was requested to put the newest version of Sinistar code with the modifications that Cinemax has been doing. And this is the newest version that nobody has really yet. This one has the ability to enable pause through the settings menu I'll show you. And it has a lot of new graphics on the heads-up display. There's a couple new sounds that were enabled and a bunch of great features. It makes the game a lot more fun to play. Over to the I/O board, I've got a new 15-pin Molex with the square pins as well. Brand new ribbon cable, new electrolytic cap. Soundboard, somebody had worked on this and changed caps and stuff. I stripped it again, put all new electrolytics, new bridge rectifier, cleaned up the fuse holders, tightened these up, all new Molex headers across the board. We've got new tantalums here, a couple new tantalums. I did, the label was already missing on the EEPROM, so I did remove it and erase the chip and program the new one that Max had fixed the sound test. So not only does this test the digital to analog outputs, but it also drives all of the speech sounds as well. And for the EEPROMs that we put on the board here, on the ROM board, I am sending back the original factory EEPROMs as well. So got those on a nice anti-static pad. All the old parts are being returned. Big bag of parts here. All the ribbon cables and connectors and caps and failed components. I mentioned I did a separate video on this already, but again, the power supply is stripped down to bare bones. All new Molex headers, all new electrolytic caps, all new bridge rectifiers. I did put a really cool new heat sink I'm using now on the 7905 -5 volt regulators here. I've got a nice little 632 nut that holds it in place. Got a nice big heat sink that I put on the 5 volt BR1 bridge rectifier. I also put a 10-turn precision potentiometer here to adjust the 5 volts. We socket both the voltage regulators. We've got a full cap kit from Arcade Parts and Repair that Peter provides. Thank you, Peter. On the heatsink that has the power transistors, these have new silicon isolation pads. These are very thermally conductive, so they dissipate the heat, but they electrically isolate. And then the connector here, the original one has the IDC, usually the burned up. There's some photos. So I put a new connector, and I use the Triforcon pins, which touch on 3 sides, and they work really good on these square, these replacement connectors here, so you get really good connection. So that's kind of an overview on what we did. I will get it here on the tripod set up and we'll boot the game. Remote control. The nice carpet rug pattern there. I'll try to adjust this a little bit maybe. There we go. All systems go. And you can see it drops right in to the track mode. There's the AMOA logo. That is part of the mod that Max did. And the one other thing that I had asked for that wasn't in the previous sets was, as you can see here, now on the track mode, the thruster plume is present on the track mode screen. And also, you'll see these little stars up here. These are what you see on the control panel for Sinistar, and these are new. He added these, as well as some messages that'll come up. So I can go ahead and coin it up here.
I hunger. I hunger.
Start a game. I'll show you one thing. So once you get hit, did you hear that sound when you get hit by this guy? It'll actually get hit 3 times before you blow up now. So I'll drop into diagnostics real quick. And again, most of the diagnostics have been stripped out to make room for all these new features. So it still does the RAM and ROM test. Then it drops you right into the game adjustment screen. So almost all all of the monitor testing stuff has been taken out. Most people use a TPG, the test pattern generators anyway. So all of these settings are the same, but one thing you will see down here now is pause. So as you can see, I can toggle this from yes to no. So I'll hit yes. It goes back in the game. I'll start a game. And then as we're moving, if I hit the player button, it'll go into pause. And it shows the same font that's used in the game, same colors, same color palette. So that works really good. You're playing, the wife wants you to take the garbage out, or, you know, got to use the restroom or get a new beer or whatever it is. You can just pause it if you're on a roll. And when you come back, you just hit it and continue right where you left off. So this did run on the bench for over 24 hours. The power supply ran on my load tester for 8 hours, plus it's been on the bench for 24. So she's good to go. I'm going to get it boxed up and coming back to you. Thanks for watching.